Two touching circles S and T are shown in the diagram. N is a tangent to set at A and N is a tangent to T at B. The ratio of the radius of S to the ratio of the radius of T is 1:3. Find the equation of S. So these little yolks I fill in are just from the previous question. Because as I said, 2018, 2019, we combined geometry line and supplemented the question. So we did the first two bits of this last week.
BA straight line is actually straight from the edge.
That's a straight line, 2x plus 3y minus 51.
BA went down.
Oh yeah.
That's a straight line.
So, any idea how we're going to get the equation of this? First things first, what do we need for the equation of a circle? We need center radius. Equation of circle. Page 19 or logo. We need H and K. And we need a radius. Center and radius. Any idea how we're going to get either one of those? What's the easiest one we know to get there?
Find slope of the line. A and B, find slope of A and B first.
Find the
Find
slope.
the equation of that line.
Get the equation of the line. That's one where I don't really know how. No, it wouldn't really help you get the center of the radius. It'll just tell me how to get the line from A to B. We'll let you know how to get the center of the radius. The handiest one there to get first of all anyway is the radius. And we know why it can be the handiest one. And we know another piece of important information there is the radius is 1:3. So there's an important bit of information. That's going to help us with both the center and the radius. Right. Anyone any idea? Not radius. Anyone any idea how we can get the radius?
Find the distance of it.
Exactly. Get the distance from A to B and then break it up to the right. So off you go. Get me the distance first of all from -2, 1 to 6. Sorry, it's x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared, yeah? Sure. What are you getting? From x minus 2, 1, and 13 minus 6. 2 seconds, I'm really sure the point's taken now, right? So x1, y1, x2, y2. x1 is minus minus 2, which is, so x2 is 6, minus x1 is 6 plus 2 squared, plus y2 is 13 minus y1, that should be minus 1. 4 root 13. So 4 root 13 is the distance. Right, how is that going to help? Sorry?
The ratio formula to use now, there's the dx.
So you can use the ratio formula because we did this, we don't necessarily have to. You could have done it straight off the bat, but because we did this, we don't necessarily have to. The radius from here to here, so the radius from here to here and here to here is the ratio 1 to 3. So what is the total distance then? Goes from here to here and here to here is 1 is to 3. So total distance is 8. Because this is 1 and 1, and this is 3 and 3. So 3 and 3 is 6, 1 and 1 is 2, and it's in the ratio 8. So we'll say the distance from here to here is in the ratio of 2 is to 6. Does that make sense? So that's 4 over 13, 4 root 13, divided by 8, which is root 13 over 2. And that means the radius of the small circle is root 13 over 2. Does that make sense? Because we're doing total distance of diameter we're working with, even though we're looking for radius. Is that okay? Right, next little bit. We now need to find the center of HK. We did it last week. Are we good? The jumps.
Translation.
Yeah, translation. We're doing the jumps. Along the same line. So we can do our jumps. We're jumping from minus 2, 1 to 6, 13. Right? We're jumping from minus 2, 1 to 6, 13. Both centers are along those lines. Win two circles. Very important thing for quarter geometry. You want to take this down? When two circles touch either externally or internally, i.e. small circles inside the big one, or the two we're touching, their centers are going to be along the same line. Is that okay? Important little thing to know about quarter geometry itself. Here's my pen. Here's my pen. Right, so we are going for minus 2, 1 to 6, 13. What is the jump for minus 2 to 6? It's a jump of 8. We are jumping from 1 to 13. Now, as Adam mentioned earlier on, you can use your ratio formula here, but I just prefer using this. 1 to 13, 12. So our y jumps 12 and our x jumps 8. Now, what is the breakdown between our two circles? 2 is to 6. So to get to the center for x, do we jump 2 or do we jump 1? 1. So minus 2, we know the center of this one is going to be jump 1, which is minus 1. Right. Our 1 jumps 12 spots. So 12 multiplied by what? Probably 1 over 8. This is moving forward 1 8. 12 and 4 multiplied by 1 over 8, which is 3 over 2. Add 3 over 2 onto 1, and we get 5 over 2. I'm going to run through that now again and explain it. Sorry? You had that? Yeah. So, it jumps from minus 2 to 6. That's a jump of 8, which is lovely. Why? Because our breakdown is 6 is 2, which is 8. Is that okay? So the diameter of this is 6, the diameter of this is 2. The radius breakdown is 1 is to 3, isn't it? So that means you're only jumping 1 spot. So you're 1/8 away there. So if you're jumping 1/8 of 8, it's plus 1. Is that okay? You're jumping from 1 to 13, which is the jump to 12. Once again, though, you're only jumping 1/8 away there. So you go 12 times 1/8 is 3 over 2. So you must move up 3 over 2 spots. 3 over 2 onto 1 is 5 over 2. Is that fairly okay? Once again, you could use the ratio formula there. I just prefer translations because it's just a jump on from geometry. Right. Part 2. 2017, paper 2, question 4. Point 0, 0, 6.50, and 10.7 are 3 points on a circle. How do we get the equation of the circle? We're getting 3 points. This is your fairly bread and butter question. It comes to our geometry circle. So, a nice one to look through. Exactly. Yeah. You sub it into the bottom. Sub it into the equation. So you sub it into x squared plus y squared plus 2gx plus 2fy is equal to 0. And get your values for g, c, f. Yeah. Yeah, it carries on for there too. C is equal to 0. Yeah. Two x squared plus y squared plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. What answers are we getting, guys? Right, let's look at it. So we got C is equal to 0. We got G is equal to 3.25, is it? And 14F is equal to 10 to be squared plus 7 to be squared plus 2GX, 2 times G, which is 3.25, times X, which is 10, plus 2F times 7, plus C is equal to 0. 10 squared is 100, 7 squared is 49. 2 by 3.25 times 10 is 65. 2 by 7 is 14F. That's 100 plus 49 plus 65 is 214. 14F is equal to minus 214. F is equal to divided by. What are you getting, guys? I had it. Minus 3.25 it is. I brought this over and forgot to put in the minus. It's minus, yeah. Minus 3.25. Minus 3.25. That's minus 65, so that's 100 plus 49 minus 65 is 84. That should work. I think 14 goes into 84. 84, that's plus 65. Minus 6. Is that alright? So our formula then is formula for the equation then is x squared plus y squared plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0, which is x squared plus y squared g, which is multiply this by 2, minus 3.25 multiplied by 2 is minus 6.5x plus minus 12y plus 0 is equal to 0. We all happy with that? 24 wide is equal to 0. I've always left it as x squared plus y squared. Yeah. Some people might do it different. I've always left it like that. I'm sure Bob has to be exactly. If you're taught that, I'm sure there's a reason he taught that. Right. Find BCA and give your answer degrees correct to 2 decimal places. Right. Find BCA and give your answer degrees correct to 2 decimal places. And 3 points. I think I'm going to draw a graph. Quick little graph. My go-to is when I run into a wall like this is draw a little graph and hopefully things start to make a bit of sense. So, quick little sketch. A is the point 0, 0. B is the point 6.50, so out to 6.5. And C is the point 10.7. C is the point 10.7, out to 10, up to 7. There's C. And they want us to get right. Always handy before geometry, draw yourself a little sketch. What we do? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They want us to find the angle BCA. So what you have here is a line. What you have here is a line. They want you to get the angle between 2 lines, and they have a formula for that. Tan. Tan of A is equal to plus or minus n1 minus n2 over 1 plus n1 plus n2. Anyone know what n here represents? Slope. Alright, n represents slope. So call one of your lines n1. So call one of your lines line 1, call your other line line 2, and get the slope from here to here. Get the slope from there to there. Then over 10 and 2 for 2 slopes, is it? No. Start doing a bit of the tiny work here. So, what do we say? A is the point 0, 0, B is the point 6.50, and C is the point 10.7. So it rises 10, yeah, from 0 up to, sorry, rises 7 even. This one here rises from 0 up to 7, so rises 7, and it runs from 6.5 to 10, which is 3.5. So 7 divided by 3.5. Slope of 2. And 1, this one goes, it rises 7 and runs 10. M2. Rise over 1. Alright, M1 and M2, 2 and 7 over 10. Our formula is, thank you, the tan of theta is equal to plus or minus M1 minus M2 over 1 plus M1 by M2. So that is the tan of theta is equal to plus or minus M1, which is 2, minus M2, which is 7 over 10, all over 1 plus 2 by 7 over 10, which is 2 minus 7 over 10 is 13 over 10 divided by 1 plus bracket 2 by 7 over 10, 12 over 5. That is 13 over 10 divided by 12 over 5. Tan of theta is equal to 13 over 24. Theta is equal to the tan inverse of 13 over 24. 28.44. You all happy with that? Good stuff. Right, so that could come up in geometry line or geometry circle. The two of them are very much stuck in together, all right? So these two are very much stuck together. Right, 2016, paper 2, question 2. Point X has coordinates minus 1, 6, and the slope of the line XC is 1 over 7. Find the equation of XC. The given answer form AX plus BY plus C is equal to 0. Equation of line XC. Just the equation of the line form. Because we have a point and we have a slope. Off you go, give me the equation of the line XC. So, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Y minus 6 is equal to 1 over 7 times x plus 1. 7y minus 42 is equal to x plus 1 is equal to x minus 7y plus 43. Be happy with that? Right, part B. C is the center of a circle S. Radius 5 centimeters. The line L is 3x plus 4y minus 21 is equal to 0. Is a tangent to S and passes through x1 as shown. Find the equation of one such circle S. So, C is the center of circle S, radius 5 centimeters. So, we know the radius. The line ahead is 3x plus 4y minus 21, which is this line here, is a tangent to x and passes through x as shown. Find the equation of one such circle of S. So, first things first, what do we need when we're getting the equation of a circle? We need center radius. We have the radius. So we know the radius is 5 centimeters. We just have to figure out what this point in here is. Now, when you start seeing lines like that, what should we do? Distance from a distance from point to a line. So distance from point to line. We want to get here down to here. So distance from point to a line. What is the formula for distance from point to a line? Absolute value of ax1 plus all over square root of a squared plus b squared. Right. What is our a, b, c, and what is our x and y? So a is 3, b is, and c is minus 21, and what's our minus gn? Minus 7, right, off we go. And we know what's equal to? 5, exactly. Fairly in the right neck of the woods. Right, let's look at it. So, we said it's the distance from a point to line. So, our distance is 5, and we said our A is equal to 3, our B is equal to 4, and our C is equal to minus 21. And our x1, y1 is minus g minus f. So that is the absolute value of 3 times minus g plus 4 times minus f plus minus 21 all over the square root of 3 to be squared plus 4 to be squared. That is 5 is equal to the absolute value of minus 3g plus minus 4f minus 21 all over the square root of 3 squared and 4 squared is 5. So 25 is equal to the absolute value of minus 3g minus 4f and minus 21. Anyone know what I do from here? Bit of revision from last week and I think the week before, a bit algebra. What did I tell you the absolute value meant?
Plus or minus 25. And so then you use minus 3 to the square plus minus 49.
Yeah.
And then you find it's two solutions.
Instead of doing the hard way, which we're told to do with modulus is square both, no need to. What did I tell you, for example, modulus of x minus 3 is equal to 4 means? Means x minus 3 is equal to plus 4 or x minus 3 is equal to minus 4. Alright, don't forget that. That's important. That's what the modulus means. So we're going to do the exact same thing here. We're going to say that minus 3g minus 4f minus 21 is equal to 25, or minus 3g minus 4f minus 21 is equal to minus 25, plus or minus. That's minus 3g minus 4f is equal to 25 plus 21 is 46, or minus 3g minus 4f is equal to minus 25 plus 21, which is minus 4. Right, what are we going to do then? Do what? Do a simultaneous equation, because it'll tell you where this runs across that line from above. Right, off you go. Give me answers. Yep. So as we said, we know minus g minus f is on x minus 7y plus 43 is equal to 0. So we can say it in minus g minus 7 times minus f plus 43 is equal to 0. Minus g plus 7f plus 43 is equal to 0. And then just do a simultaneous equation. So you can pick equation 1 or equation 2. minus 7 and 6, or depending on which one you pick. Is that alright? So there's a nice bit of work on that. It's a good little question to do. Right, we'll do one more of these so we jump into a bit of probability, alright? We'll do 2015 paper 2 question 4. So all I did up here was sub in my minus g, my minus g minus f into my bubble equation, minus g plus 7s plus 43, because I know minus g minus f is on that line.
Is that minus 43 at the top right?
That's minus 43, yeah. I subbed it in, because I brought, and then I just do a simultaneous equation and get minus 7 and 6. Because I picked equation 1, but I could have picked equation number 2. Depends which one you pick. That's why it said, find the equation of one such circle of S. Alright, so there's more than, we're not 100% sure, there's more than one. You would, yeah. You have to show that you have equation 1, equation 2. You'd probably get, for example, that would mean 15 marks. You'd get, it's called a 14 star, or you just get talked to 1 mark, something small like that, because you've actually worked out and you've got a right answer. You just didn't show that there was 2 possible equations. Right, last one of these. 2015 paper 2 question 4. 2 circles, S and C touch internally at B as shown in the equation. Circle S is x minus 1 squared plus y plus 6 squared is equal to 360, so that's the big one. Write down the coordinates in the center of S, write down the radius of S. Alright, off you go, write down the center of radius. Should do that straight. Right, so our center obviously is using the formula x minus h to be squared plus y minus k to be squared is equal to r squared. We know that h is 1, bring it out and change the sign, and k is minus 6, and the square root of 360, 6 root 10. So that's the x minus h squared plus y minus k squared formula. We bring out the h, because we want h not minus h, so bring out your minus 1 and change the sign. It's minus k, we want k, so bring out the 6 and you change the sign. Is equal to r squared, so we get the square root of 360, which is 6 root 10. Right. The point K is the center of the circle C. The radius of C is 1/3 the radius of S. The coordinates of B are 7, 12. Find the coordinates of K. Very like 2018 question. Alright, just instead of making X parallel this time of function. So, to get the coordinates of K, we're going. We're going jumping by the girls. We're going jumping. Right, no hints this time. Off you go. Yeah, that's it. We've been jumping for the last 2 weeks now. We should be able to jump into the right spot. As I said, if you feel more comfortable use the ratio formula, use the ratio formula. Let's jump to the checks.
He didn't want to use it, we were meant to get it off. We said, oh yeah,
Seven 12. This is 1 minus 6. As I said, circles touch internally or externally, the centers are always along the same line. And find the equation, so part C, you should be able to do both bits here, I and I. So that means jumping from here to here is full length. We're jumping from here to here is only 1/3 of the way.
does it say it jumps from third to where?
That's what we know because it tells me that the radius of C, which is the small, is 1/3 of the radius of S.
Oh yeah, okay.
Instead of 1/3.
So you have to find 1/3 of the two jumps and then jump.
You need to jump the whole way and then get 1/3.
Yeah, so okay, I jump back to
That's the length around the
minus 1/6 is it?
not 1 minus 6. 1 minus 6 to 7 12. Got points, me, Gav? Gav racks 5 and 6. So if you finish the first bit, get me the equation to C. Once again, for the equation of the circle, you need a center, you need a radius. Right, let's take a little go at it. So our center in here is the point 1 minus 6, and our point out here is the point 7 12. So you are jumping from 1 to 7, which is a jump of 6, and you're jumping from minus 6 to 12, which is a jump of 80. Right. Six is the full length of the way. We don't want to go the full length of the way, we only want to go 1/3. So 6 multiplied by 1/3 is a jump of 2. And 18 multiplied by 1/3 is a jump of 6. So we kind of know we're on the right line, and then when you get whole numbers like that. Right. So 2 and 6. Now, we're not going from here in, we're going from here back. So what was it? Is in the whole way for y is it goes up 18 spots to get to there, and it goes across 6 spots, but we're going back 2 and down 6, i.e. so B is the point 7, 12, so that means K is in the center with, it's down, we know it's down 6 and we know it's back 2, so it's 2 away from 7 is 5 and it's down 6 is 5, 6 and Gabby's right. Do I need to run through that again? Or have you got it? Right, so just say you went from here, yeah? Which is your point 1 minus 6, and you said, right, I'm jumping 2, which leaves me at 3, and I'm going forward 6, which leaves me at 3, 0, yeah? That, though, is that point there. Because that's 1/3 of the way on. You are 2/3 of the way on from here, but you're 1/3 of the way back from there. Does that make sense? Makes sense, Ed? I was getting a little shake of the head, kind of going, all right, no. So, that's 3 full jumps. 1/3 of the way there is 3, 0. Add another 2, 6, and you get 5, 6, and that's there. Add another 2, 6, and that is your point 7, 12, which is there. Is that okay? You're 1/3 of there, 1/3 of the way there, 1/3 of the way there. Get the equation of C, which is x minus h to be squared plus y minus k to be squared is equal to r squared, which is x minus h is minus 5 to be squared plus y minus 6 to be squared is equal to, what's r going to be? Distance between k and b. How will I get that? Anyway, quicker doing it? You can. This is the formula to get your answer straight away. Quick way. 6 root 10 divided by 3. 6 root 10 divided by 3. Why is 6 root 10 divided by 3? Yeah, it's 1/3 of the way there. 2 root 10. Quick way doing it. 2 root 10 is the radius squared. So 40. We figured out the radius here into here is 6 root 10. Here over here is 1/3 of the way. So 1/3 of 6 root 10 is 2 root 10. Our formula is x minus h squared plus y minus 3 squared is equal to r squared. Square 2 root 10 and you get 40. Okay, right, last bit of the question before we jump on to probability. Find the equation of the common tangent at B, given answer in the form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Any idea? You can use the tangent at x1, y1 formula. It's complicated. Never use it itself. I don't know any other way.
Find the slope of the
Find the slope down here.
yeah.
It's going to be perpendicular because the tangent always hits at 90 degrees to the center, and just use point B, which we know to be 7. So get the slope from here to here, and then the slope will be perpendicular because the tangent is all runs at 80 degrees. If it touches one spot, and your point is B, which is 7. Slope is 3, so flip it minus 1/3. Right. So the slope, original slope is m. M is equal to perpendicular slope is minus 1/3, is it? So that's y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Y minus y1, b is 712. X minus 3y minus 43 is equal to 0. Right. And as I said, in the last 6 weeks, we'll jump back and do a few more of these questions. We'll kind of be going over everything, going over algebra, going over trigonometry. But for the time being, we'll jump on and do a bit of probability because you all have paper 2 next week. Right, probability. Have a bit of fun. In a competition, Mary has a probability of 1 in 20 of winning, the probability of 1/10 of finishing in second place, and the probability of 1/4 of finishing in third place. If she wins the competition, she gets 9,000. If she comes second, she gets 7. If she comes third, she gets 3. All other cases, she gets nothing. Each participant in the competition must pay $2,000 to enter. Find the expected value. They highlighted it in bold for us because they're next to you. Expected value? Formula not allowed to know. Right, take down to the corner, expected value, versus the 1 in probability. Probability and statistics. There is a section in the logbook. Frankly, it's shite because you don't keep the formulas you need. So you're doing that a load of this. Is probability. They love this better. This comes up like 2 in every 3 years. They love this expected value. Probability multiplied by outcome. Right, so probability i.e. of winning is 1/20. The outcome, if you win it, is 9,000. Plus, the probability for coming second is 1/10. If she comes second, she wins 7,000 and so on. So you get the expected value of each one of them, add them all up, and see how much she should win. Is it win or is it fair? Is it a loss? So, probability multiplied by outcome is probability of 1/20 multiplied by 9,000, which is €450, plus 1/10 multiplied by 7,700, plus 1/4 multiplied by 3,000, which is 750 euro. 750 plus 700 plus 450 is 1,900 euro. That is your expected value. Now, question asks me, find the expected value of Mary's loss. So, if she's making a loss and it costs her 2,000 to enter, a loss of 100 euro. Is that okay? 100 euro. Right, question part B. Each of the three prizes in a competition above is increased by the same amount X, but the entry fee is unchanged. For example, if Mary wins the competition now, she will get 9,000 plus X. Mary now expects to break even, find the value of X. Anyone? Same idea again, I said. You're not saying 120 to 9,000, you're saying? Plus X plus 110 of 7,000 plus X plus 1 quarter of 3,000 plus X. And it should be equal to? It should be equal to 2,000 exactly. It should be breaking even. It should be equal to 2,000. Off we go. Right, let's have a little look at it. So 1 over 20 multiplied by 9,000 plus x is 450 quid plus x divided by 20, which is 0.05x. 1 over 10 multiplied by 7,000 plus x is 700 plus 0.1x, and 1 over 4 multiplied by 3,000 plus x is equal to 750 plus 0.25x. That is 1,900 plus 0.05 plus 0.1 plus 0.25 0.4x. Leave that equal to 2,000. 0.4x is equal to minus, not equal to plus 100. Divide 100 divided by 0.4. X is equal to 250 beans. You happy with that? Good stuff. Right. Combinations. 2018 paper 2 question 3. Security code consists of 6 digits chosen at random from digits 0 to 9. The code may begin with 0 and digits may be repeated. For example, 0717737 is valid code. Find how many possible digits will end with a 0. So, combinations we use. Boxes. Use boxes. Right, what's the only stipulation on the first one? That's the end in 0. So, how many choices have we got for the last? 1. Alright. Find how many possible codes there. 0, how many boxes of 6 digits? 1, 2. Any other stipulations? Nope. They can all be repeated. So only because and digits may be repeated. So how many options will there be for all the rest of them? 10 or 9? 10, very important. 10, not 9. So you have 10 options for the first one, 10 options for the second one, 10 options for the third, fourth, fifth, and then only 1 for the last. I use boxes when doing combinations. Right. So we have 10, 10, 10, 10, 1, 2, 3, 10, and 1. 10 by 10 by 10 by 10 by 10 by 1. 100,000. Ten minutes left, guys. Not flying it. Right, 100,000. Right, find how many of the possible codes will contain the digits 2018, together and in this order. Now, two very important things there, because it changes the setup of that question. One is together, and what else changes it? In this order, right? Two of them are both important. Anyone, any idea how we set this up? And I do this via boxes again.
Usually say that the first four has to be the options, then middle, and then last
So
one.
2018, and what's left then? 10 by or 10 by 2018 by 10 or right, off you go and work out that probability from yourself. How many possible codes do we reckon? 300. This can only happen one way. Then it's by 10, which is 100. 1 by, sorry, that's 10 by 1 by 10, which is 100. And this is 10 by 10 by 1, which is 100. So it's 100 plus 100 plus 100 is equal to 300. Now, they take this out. We'll teach this bit here. What happens? Oh, there's a lot more. There is a lot more. Anyone, any idea? No. Make life a lot easier. Right, we'll take the first one. Forget about this and this for a minute. Take this. They take out in this order. It's hard to learn this one. It says come up forward and put in this order. Options for first. Second. Next one. Is that on it? 4 factorial by 10 by 10. 10 by 4 factorial by 10. 10 by 10 by 4 factorial. Is that alright? So, if they, even if I make little notes, I'm going to make little notes of these little notes in the probability section. If they take out in this order and take, for example, 2018, write that in there. Alright, just as a little example. Right. Oh, I want to say this man in this or Z tests and the all of them I'll do. We'll do that in the next round of 6 weeks because you need to explain statistics probably Z test somewhere and then the word shows up. It's very, very handy once you spot the word. It's all about spotting words. So if you don't understand the words, well, trust me, once you get your head around the question, it'll become a lot easier. You'll see proportion or you'll see mean, proportion mean, it'll be a lot easier. Which is fun. Right, last question we'll do today, guys. A, B, C, and D. If n plus 3 factorial by n plus 2 factorial or n plus 1 factorial or n plus 1 factorial is going to be the a n cubed plus b n squared plus c n plus d, where a, b, and c and d are elements of natural numbers. Anyone? Any idea how we do these? Very similar, not as hard. But not as hard. You expand the bracket. So how do we expand n plus 3 factorial? It'd be n plus 3 bracket, n plus 2 bracket, n plus 1 bracket, n, and then n plus 2 factorial will be the same thing. So first things first, expand out all the brackets. Now, before you go multiplying them, see if you can spot anything. Yeah. That's about every lot of things are going to start to happen. N is last. So you knock n plus 1, you knock n plus 1 and n plus 1, n and n. You should be left with n plus 3 by n plus 2 by n plus 2, yeah? Any idea what I do here? Can. Just multiply them out. Multiply the first two. N squared plus 2n plus 3n plus 6, n squared plus 5n plus 6 by n plus 2. N cubed plus 5n squared plus 6n plus 2n squared plus 10n plus 12. N cubed plus 7n squared plus 16n plus 12. How do we finish it? Just leave them equal to an cubed plus bn squared plus cn plus d. A is 1, B is 7, C is 16, and D is 12. Simple as that. Right, boys and girls, best of luck. Paper 2. And I'll see you next week. We'll be doing more probability. We'll be doing our sample Z tests and our uniform distribution and our binomial theorems all next week. Yeah, it's on inside here, kid.